Sure. I've been fishing for quite a few years, ever since I could walk, basically. And it's not that I'm unfamiliar with ice fishing. It's to the least. At times when the ice was sufficient, I've even driven vehicles on various lakes, but not until it was safe. But this time of year is very risky, and if you don't know the lakes, it does help to know the lakes where the soft spots and springs, and sometimes they'll actually develop different places on a lake. You just keep an eye on it. But I had gone out to go ice fishing on Shipshewana Lake, and there were apparent places where it was very thin, either from springs or wind, combination wind, melted water on the surface eating through the ice. And I avoided those areas and had good ice to go out to the normal area I like to fish out from the park. But I was really enjoying myself in my shanty. The fish were biting. I was doing real well, and I was able to limit out. And by the time I started packing myself up, it had snowed furiously, and there was enough accumulation. When I decided to go back in, I was disoriented. I could not find where the soft spots were. I tried to remember where they were, and as I was walking, I walked quite a way, and I thought, oh, I feel good. I think I'm going to make it. Then I just went whoosh, just instantly fell through. There was no warning, no crack, and then slowly going down, it just went poosh. And instantly, when you go down in the water, it's like somebody smacks you in the back just as hard as they can, the feel of the shock, the cold. And you really have to focus to stay vital, awake. And I was able to roll out of the hole with the help of my sled and rolling off. So I rolled out, and I was able to get back up on my feet on the ice again, and I continued to walk away from there, and I just wanted to get up on land, and poosh, I went through again. And then at that point, I was much weaker, but I did manage to get up out. I had looked for my lantern and forgot that it had gone down the first time, so I could see better, maybe see where to go next. But I was able to get up out of the ice that time, and I just laid on the ice for a while, just tried to relax and get my strength back, and was able to, as I was trying to get up on the sled, I just kept breaking through it. So I started to push the sled away from the hole. I was able to get back on my feet again, and as I walked, just like 10 feet, and then I went down again. And by that time, I was so exhausted. There was just hardly anything I could do but just to try to hang on and survive. I yelled and yelled and yelled and yelled, you know, as loud as I could, and cried out to the Lord, you know, Lord Jesus, help me.
But you did have your cell phone with you.
The cell phone was in my coverall pocket. It had gotten soaked, but fortunately I've got a waterproof phone because I go out all the time, and I was able to squeeze it out. Mind you, I could barely use my hands. When your hands get that cold, they just feel like stubs. Like you have no coordination. So I squeezed the phone up, pushed, and tried not to let it slip down in the water. I was hanging on with my other hand on my sled, and I was down in the water. And I was able to get it up on the ice with this hand and tried real hard, just like slow motion, just agony, to hit the right buttons. Kept dialing wrong buttons over and over and over. I finally got 911, and I hit send, and then she couldn't even hardly hear me. And she asked over and over for my address, and I said, I'm on Shipshewana Lake, off the park. I'm in the water. I'm drowning. I may drown. I said, please send help. And And then she kept asking for an address, and I said, Shipshewana, Indiana. And I said 46565 for a zip code. And then she said, I can't hear you, or something. So I hung up. Then I tried to redial, and I thought, that's the end. I can't redial. So I just really tried. I tried one more time and dialed, and I was able to get her, and she could hear me. She said, stay on the line. We have somebody coming out. I think she used a tracer for my cell phone. And she kept trying to talk to me. Sir, keep talking to me, keep talking to me. Finally, I just, with my hand as hard as I could, threw my cell phone in my sled because it was taking more energy to talk to her. And then I grabbed the other rope on my sled with my teeth and had the other rope on my sled wound around this arm. And I just was kicking in the water, kicking. I knew I had to keep my body moving, and it